Hello and welcome to this episode of
IPoly.
December has just started, and I hope everyone has had a great Thanksgiving break. To kick things off, we have a day in the life of Mr. Anapol.
I've always wondered what Mr. Anapol does. Does he ever leave the school?
Good question.
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Anapol. I'm the counselor for the students who have the last name A through Li.
Mr. Anapol meets with students on a daily basis. He's in charge of the Young Scholar program. He does a lot of the testing, coordinating. His main goal is working with students, guiding them through college and career questions and academic issues or any other issues that come up on a daily basis.
I mean, every day's different. I'm like an initial person. If a kid's got severe academic issues, I refer them to Miss Silva, who's our academic monitor. If a kid's got probably psychosocial issues or crisis issues, I refer them to Miss Jane, who is our school social worker. As far as college and career, I handle a lot of that stuff, but kids also have Mr. West. He kind of still helps out in that area.
I started working with Mr. Anapol about 3 years ago or so. I did know him before IPoly. We both worked for the juvenile court schools.
I was an elementary counselor, and I had to run a bereavement group. It was tough. That was my first job, and that was 40 minutes away, and I drive home every day and just start crying. Coming here has been a highlight because, again, but the students and the staff and the parents have been very supportive, I think, of me. I feel fortunate to have that experience where you're working in a school where you can see that you may be making a difference. And that's what I was trying to refer to in the juvenile court schools, because I did make a difference in a couple kids, but that's a couple kids. Here you can see that it's much more, that there's more that you are able to accomplish, I think.
Every day is a funny memory with Mr. Anapol. He definitely has a big presence in this room on a daily basis. Our main focus, like I said, is working with students. But we also do share a lot about our, what we're feeling, what we're going through, how our day's going. Mr. Anapol is definitely a huge part of this room and this team.
What does a day look like after school?
Scan that? Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, like a routine you do when you get home?
Probably call somebody on the phone, eat dinner, go run, maybe do something, read. Sometimes I'm on the internet, and sometimes I'm watching some sporting event or something, or political talking head show, but mostly it's a sporting event. Or if I'm not doing that, I'm calling somebody on the phone, and sometimes I'll cook from scratch, and that's probably 1-2 times a week, but that's more on the weekends because I probably don't have time to do that.
It is nice working with him. It's nice working with him, and he always has a good spirit and a good sense of humor, so that's always nice.
I've been a counselor for 23 years, and what I have learned is that my best students are the ones that take away the cynicism out of you. Because you know me, I can be very cynical, but the best students are the ones who do the right thing, are so innocent that they take that cynicism out of you. That's what I've learned.
And I hope one day I'm as interesting as Mr. Anapol. Next, we'll learn about the seniors and their choice of college.
Did you know I have 3 out-of-state colleges trying to recruit me?
Really? No one's recruited me yet, but I'm just a 9th grader.
Well, let's see where this year's seniors want to go.
Hi, I'm Becky, and today we'll be interviewing some seniors on their college applications. For me, I'll be applying to University of Washington, UCLA, and a few Cal States.
As a counselor, do you notice any colleges that IPoly students have trouble getting into, specifically?
specifically, it's always the tough ones. Cal State Long Beach is always a hard one. UCLA, those are the UCLA is a big one that a lot of students want to get into, but so does every other student at every other high school. So that's probably one of the toughest ones for students to get into. Biggest recommendations I have for students getting into an impacted major is look at schools that have that major that are not impacted. Engineer, for example, is one that is very impacted in a lot of the schools, but there are a couple schools that it's not impacted. So even though it's not the location that you might have been thinking or the school, it's going to be a lot easier to get in because it's not impacted.
I'm here with
Beza.
Hi, Beza. Can you let us know some of the colleges that you're applying to?
I've only applied to Cal State. I'm not done with my personal insights. So far I have Cal State Fullerton, Cal State LA, Cal State San Diego, Cal State San Bernardino, and Cal State Long Beach.
And of those colleges, which ones are your reaches and targets and...
I just have Cal State Fullerton as my reach. I kind of wrote the essay on a whim when I really should have taken time to focus and actually write something that I was proud of. And honestly, I think the rest are target. I don't have many safeties. Yeah.
Are you confident that you'll get accepted to any of these?
I am confident I'll be accepted into Cal State LA. That is it, though.
I'm here with
Blue.
Blue. Can you let us know some of the colleges you're going to be applying to?
Yeah, so I've applied to Northern Arizona and then Arizona State University. And I'm also applying to Cal State Long Beach, Cal State San Francisco, and then Cal Poly Pomona and SLO.
Sounds good. Can you let us know which ones will be your reach schools, your targets, and your safeties?
So my safety school is NAU because I've already been accepted. And then AAC would be my safety school too, as well as Cal Poly Pomona. And then my reach schools would be the UCs.
Now, are you confident you'll get accepted to any of these schools?
Fairly confident, I would say, yeah.
I'm here with
Isabel.
Isabel. Can you let us know what colleges you'll be applying to?
Yes, I'm applying to a bunch of places. So I'm applying to UCs and Cal States, like most people. And then in terms of privates, I'm applying to the Macaulay Honors Program, Rutgers, a couple places up in the Northwest. I'm applying all over.
Sounds good. Can you let us know which ones are your reach, target, and your safety?
Yeah. In terms of reach schools, definitely things like Barnard, Macaulay Honors Program. Those are more reach. In terms of target, like UC Santa Barbara is a little bit more of a target. What else? Rutgers is a target. And then safety, Cal State Fullerton, Cal Poly Pomona, schools like that.
Thank you. Now, are you confident that you'll get accepted to any of these?
I hope so. I really hope so. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. The college admissions process is so insane. So I'm praying.
I'm here with
Danny.
Danny. Can you let us know some of the schools you'll be applying to?
Well, I'm applying to both UCs and Cal States, as well as a couple of privates. So I'm applying to Cal Poly, Cal State Fullerton, USC as a private, and UCR, schools like that.
Sounds good. Can you let us know which ones are your reach, target, and your safety schools?
Okay, so my safety school would have to be Cal Poly and Fullerton. And my target, I would go with UCR and Santa Clara University. And my reach would be USC.
All right. Now, do you feel confident that you'll get accepted to any of these schools?
I think I'll definitely get accepted to my safeties, but my target and my reach, I'm definitely scared. So let's hope those essays turn out good.
I wish you luck. I'm here with
Carter.
Carter. Can you let us know the schools you'll be applying to?
Harvard, Stanford, UCLA, Cal Poly, and Fullerton.
Sounds good. Now, which one of these are your reach schools, your safeties, and your target schools?
Harvard and Stanford would be my reach schools. Target schools would be UCLA, and Cal Poly and Fullerton would be my safety schools.
All right. Now, are you confident that you'll get accepted to any of these?
I'm confident I'll get accepted into UCLA and my safety schools. I'm not so sure about Harvard and Stanford, though.
I'm here with
Zaid. Ben.
Can you guys let us know what are the colleges you'll be applying to?
Yeah, so I'm going to apply to UC Berkeley, UC Irvine, USC, Pepperdine, and Stanford.
I'm going to do Cal State Fullerton, Cal Poly, I think Cal State Long Beach, UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Berkeley, and UC San Diego.
Sounds good. Now, which one of these schools will be your reach schools, your targets, and your safeties?
Yeah, so as far as safeties go, a lot of these schools are competitive, so say like I don't get into any of them, I would probably end up going to community college, getting a high GPA, and then transferring. As far as target goes, probably Pepperdine and USC, and my reach is Stanford.
I meant to say UC Riverside for one of my UC schools, but my reach is UC Riverside. My target is Cal State Fullerton. I forgot to mention that too, I think. And I think my safety school would be Cal Poly. Yeah.
Now, with these schools, are you guys confident you'll get accepted to them?
One of the ones that I'm pretty confident about, just with the extracurriculars I have and the connection I have with the school, because my grandpa was an alumni at Pepperdine, and that increases chances. So I think I'm most comfortable with my application to Pepperdine.
Yeah, I honestly hope I get into UCR because like I have a lot of extracurriculars in my mind right now, and I'm hoping I get into that. But if I don't, then I'm also hoping I get into Cal State Fullerton, and yeah.
I'm here with.
Keon.
And Philo.
Can you guys tell us the colleges you'll be applying to?
Cal State Fullerton.
I'm going to Chico.
Is that all the colleges you'll be applying to?
No, I'm also applying to San Diego State, Cal State LA, and Cal Poly.
And then I'm just going to do a couple local colleges if I don't get into Chico.
Sounds good. Now, out of all these colleges, which ones are your reach schools, your target schools, and your safeties?
My reach goal probably Cal State Fullerton, and my safety Cal Poly or Cal State LA.
My reach school, probably Cal Poly, and then like some other local places, maybe just community colleges, Mount Sac, Chaffee.
Sounds good. Now, are you guys confident you'll get accepted to any of these colleges?
I'm pretty confident I can get into one of them. Maybe not all, but.
I'm also, I'd have to say the same, just one of them, but mainly the community colleges, I'm 100% confident.
Thanks, seniors. Good luck on those applications. Now back to News Desk.
We'll miss those seniors. For our final segment today, we'll be talking about Miss Carasa and her elective Greek mythology.
Is God of War accurate to the actual Greek myths?
I don't know. I read one Percy Jackson book in elementary.
Well, Miss Carasa can surely tell us more about it.
So I'm here with Ms. Carasa. So can you explain your elective a little bit?
Yeah, my elective is Greco-Roman History, which essentially I've kind of taken on for Mr. Anaya, who's out for this semester. And basically it's like a mix of history and mythology. I know a lot of my students are really interested in Percy Jackson, and so that's kind of what brought them to this elective. So we are doing some real history, like we just finished a test on Minoan and Mycenaean and like Greek Dark Ages, which is more, you know, art and religion. And then we also are doing Greek gods and Greek myths. So one of the first projects was about various myths like Pygmalion or Apollo and Daphne, right? And so the students get to kind of have a mix of both of those things.
And would you say you enjoy teaching this elective and your dynamic with the students?
Yeah, I love this elective. I was actually really excited to hear that this elective didn't have a teacher. And I think originally it was so small that they were going to collapse it. And I actually asked Ms. Paul, I actually begged her, like, can I take over? I love Greek mythology. It's one of my favorite subjects. And she was kind of surprised and, you know, let me have it. So it is a small class right now. We have had a couple of people join and we are open for more. But yeah, I really love teaching it. And it's nice to have that small class because I know all the kids in their business. Yeah.
And what originally got you into Greek and Roman mythology and history?
So this is going to be a really old reference, but when I was like 4 or 5, there was a show on television called Xena, Warrior Princess. Are you familiar with? No, it's fine. It's really old. And it was basically probably the worst show for accuracy of history or mythology. I think at one point Dionysus was like a vampire, but it was one of my favorite shows ever. I made my mom like let me watch it. And that was what first got me into it. And then in college, I got to take classical literature, and that kind of sparked my interest. And of course, Percy Jackson, which was coming out when I was a little bit older.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's about it for this episode.
Stay tuned for the next and final episode of this semester. And this has been your
I on
IPoly.
IPoly.